I was playing my Xbox. My old lady, she had done went to bed about 8, 9 o'clock. So I was playing about tennis. I turned the news on for a second, watched it for about 10, 20 minutes or so or whatever, cut it off, and I started hearing something rattling at the door. So I didn't pay no attention to it, kind of dozed back off, and then I heard something again. So I went to the door, and when I went to the door, I seen somebody at the door, like beating, banging on the door and everything, you know, just, he was talking, but I couldn't understand what he was saying. So I went back in the house and got my firearm and came back to the door and was like, what you need to leave my house. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing here for you. We don't know who you are. You need to leave. We're calling the police, you know, whatever. And then a couple seconds later, he was coming in the door. Me, my wife, and my mother-in-law, we was all trying to hold him back, you know, trying to keep him out the house, trying to push him out the house. And he wasn't budging. He kept coming forward. As we kept trying to push, he kept coming forward. And eventually, I took it in my own hand because my 4-year-old daughter, she was in the bedroom right beside the front door, crying, you know, real, like, just hollering and everything. So I just took it in my own hands and did what I had to do. Yeah.
Did you, like, when it first started happening, I mean, you told me that you have never seen him before.
Never seen him a day in my life.
What was going through your head that moment?
Why me? What's going on? What do you want? Like, we don't harm. No, I go to work every morning, 4:30 in the morning, get off at 6 o'clock at night. You know what I'm saying? I drive an hour every day. I don't harm nobody. I don't talk to nobody. I speak to my landlord and I keep moving. I never seen this guy a day in my life. Never heard of him until I heard his name on the news that he's from Honduras or whatnot, and just never heard of him.
How long have you lived here?
I lived here for 5 years. Mm-hmm. No problems, no nothing. Never.
So when he was like trying to force himself in the house, tell me more about what you were saying out there. Like, I mean, there was like 3 of you, and it was still.
Yeah. It was like we was just telling him, please get out. Just get out the house. We was both all 3 of us trying to push him out. We got him closer, then he got back in some more. He kept coming forward. He pushed my mother-in-law out the way. He bit my wife and scratched her. So eventually I was just like, I just got to take it into my own hands, you know, and stop him before he get too farther. You know, if he can handle all 3 of us, then ain't no telling what he could do.
Did you ever see him maybe reach for something?
His hands was just like coming towards us like this, you know, like trying to grab somebody or, you know, just trying to do some type of harm.
So what did you think after you had to pull the trigger?
Why? Like, why? What made you come here? You know what I mean? What was the purpose? You know, like he obviously have gotten into some type of altercation before he got here, because there was blood on my car. There was blood on the front door, on the screen door, before he even got in the house when I shot him. So, like, I don't know what was going through his mind. He obviously had some other stuff going on before he got here.
He was acting crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I hate to, you know, portray people, but from my thought, he was on some type of drugs. For him to manpower all 3 of us, and we're not no small people, you know what I'm saying? And he was a little smaller than me that I can see. But for him to still empower himself in our house, I just felt so threatened. Like, I didn't have no other choice. I didn't have nothing else to do. I didn't have no other thoughts in my mind.
And what about your family?
That's the first thing that was going through my mind. My 4-year-old daughter standing right here screaming, hollering. You know, my wife right here on the right side, my grandmother on the other side. You know, she's 69, 70 years old, somewhere like that. You know, like, what if I wouldn't have been home? That's what I've been thinking. If I wouldn't have been home and he's muscling all 3 of us, what would he have done to those 2? You know, the police probably would have been picking up 3, 4 bikes instead of 1. I hate to say it like that, but...
What's going through your head right now, day after?
Too much. Traumatized. Like, I don't know. I haven't slept. in 2 days since it happened. I mean, I just want to live a peaceful life, without having to deal with nothing like this, That's all I got in my mind. I just want to be successful. That's
Does it make you nervous to be here?
Yes, it do. It really does. Because I don't know if he stayed in the neighborhood, if he had affiliates, people that want to come retaliate. Like that's all that's burned through my mind right now. So, like, I'm kind of like sleeping on pins and needles. Everything I hear, I'm jumping up. So right now I'm on edge, very on edge.
If you could say something to him, make it stop, reverse time, what would you say?
Why? Why did you come here? Why didn't you just go home? If you was drunk or intoxicated on drugs, you should have just went home. Like, I don't understand. I apologize for what happened to his family, to everybody that loves him, because I know he have loved ones. He might have kids. He might have a mother, brother, sister, cousin, that's lost a life. And it hurts me that I took his life. I didn't want that to happen, but I had no other choice. So that's basically what I want to say.
What about your little girl?
Man, that's the only thing that was going through my mind, really. She's nothing but 4 years old, just living life, Like I say, if I wasn't here and it was just them two, him powering through her might have did something to my grandmother, my wife, and her, and then I come home to something like that, that would have told me all the way up. So, I'm kind of blessed and happy that I was home when that happened, because I work 12 hours a day, so I'm not here a lot, so.
Let me ask you a tough question. So the coroner said that the gunshot was to his chest.
Uh-huh.
At that moment, did you even know where you were firing?
No, ma'am. I didn't. I did not.
It was just
get out of my house. This was one of those thoughts. That's all the thought was, get out of my house.
Protect my family.
Yes, ma'am. That's what it was.
And so you told me that, I feel so bad for you guys. You had so much cleanup to do in the middle of the night for where he was actually he had gotten in your front door.
Uh-huh. He
right?
was in the front door. And when he was shot, the front door was closed when I had to shoot him. So he had came in and closed the door behind him. Yeah, because we was all on this side. He was right here coming in the door. So it was no way we could get to the door. So once he came in, I don't know if he closed it or if his foot hit it or something, but the door ended up closed. So he was in the house. There wasn't no way for us to get him out at that point. So
shot? And then what happened?
He fell, and I tried to talk to him to keep him responsive while I was on the phone. As soon as I shot him, I called 911 and let them know what had happened. And I was talking to him, trying to keep him responsive, as well as talking to the dispatcher and trying to tell her everything that's going on. And she was asking me, did he have weapons? I was telling her, ma'am, I don't know. He just bomb rushed my house, so erratic. I didn't have time to look for nothing like that, you know what I'm saying? And just trying to keep him, aware and up until somebody got there. Just trying to tell him, buddy, just stick with me. Hold on, somebody be here in a minute. And
was he still alive when the medics and it was already too late? They pronounced him dead on the scene, so I didn't know if that was something that happened maybe while they were here.
Yeah, he did.
What are you gonna take from this going forward?
I mean, what to take from it, I don't know what to take from it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just doing an instinct thing. Somebody breaking my house, I got family in here, it's 3 women, 1 man, I got to protect them. It's my family. That's it.